Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the 13th through the 19th or whenever you click into the video. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this one doesn't resonate for you guys, definitely check out your other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. We're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll get into your person's energy and your energy. All right, so thank you so much to everyone who is returning, and if you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. Happy birthday to all of my Virgos, the ones that are up and coming and the ones that have already passed. I hope you guys are enjoying your birthday time. And let's get into your energy and see what's going on. If you'd like a personal reading, I do those as well. That information is in the description box below. Okay, I like the way the cards are shuffling. It feels really smooth. I feel like the energy is kind of light. So let's see. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. In your current energy, I'm going to scoot these over just a little bit so you guys can see them better, hopefully. The Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. In the near future, we have the Magician in reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. And then your overall energy is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Like I said, I feel like things are freeing up. There's something that you have managed to get over. You feel a little less stressed. I think you're putting something behind you. I can tell because the recent past shows you walking away from some kind of an energy. It could be a person, but it feels like things are starting to lighten up. Maybe you finally, through this new moon, like a lot of people, purged a lot of emotions and have accepted what is and are starting to just push forward and looking into the future, not hanging on to anything that had disappointed you or had created a lot of feelings of being betrayed or let down. So let's get into the recent past and see. We do have the Eight of Cups, like I said, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. The immediate energy that I feel is walking away from things that you had probably put a lot of work into, but that you didn't feel were working out anymore. So sometimes things can be great for a period of time and we go through a shift. Something happens, we decide we just don't feel good about it anymore. I don't sense right now this is a person, but of course it can be. We'll see when we clarify. But it's a sense of wanting to put work into things, obviously, that feel right, feel good, that you have a good outcome with, that you feel like you can celebrate. So the Eight of Cups is just as much about walking away from emotional baggage as it is walking away from a human or a relationship of some sort. So that's a good thing. With the Ten of Swords being in reverse the way that it was, that feels very much about emotions and thought processes, and then we get the Lovers in reverse. So absolutely, there could have been a relationship that you finally decided, I'm just not happy anymore. I want to go and seek my Ten of Cups. I want a partner. I want a true partner. Somebody who can go through the thick and thin with me. Sometimes relationships seem that way, and then all of a sudden we've grown apart. Things aren't the same. Your energy probably has shifted quite a bit, and you just want something different from your life. That's what it feels like. And then the Page of Wands shows up there, and then the Tower. So if the cards pull me from the deck, I'm going to pull them and I'll still clarify. But in this case, I'm going to say this is a big change, and that's what I was sensing. There's something within you that feels like it's shifting, and it could be letting go of things that you've been holding on to, maybe old emotions, old betrayals, things like that. That can shift a person like in a snap. And this new moon really did seem to trigger a lot of people to want to release those things. It was very emotional. So you could have been feeling that in just the last couple of days and just feel like finally a big weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. All right, so I will clarify that, like I said, in just a moment. So your current energy is the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Wands and then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is moving away from things very quickly that created any kind of instability. This is the wounded warrior. So at times you could have felt like, I'm just carrying way too much weight. And now you're like, I've got this. I've got this one last bit of lesson that I feel like I can take with me into the future. I don't need to carry the rest of this stuff with me. You probably could be explaining this to people. You don't have to necessarily, but it could just be obvious. And the way you communicate is different because you're not allowing those things to weigh you down anymore. Anything that was creating a sense of either insecurity or instability. It feels like you just want to focus on you, and maybe it's a work situation that you felt like you would put so much effort and heart and soul into, and it just wasn't reaping the rewards that you had hoped for. And now in the current energy, because there's a little bit of a sense of instability, I feel like there's a part of you that just wants to push through and get to the other side. And the Eight of Wands will say, yes, there's a lot of communication. Excuse me. So you may have had a conversation clearly with a partner saying, this is just not working anymore. You walked away, and now maybe you want to have that conversation and say, look, this is just too much. I'm not feeling as stable as I used to. I want to be in a place where I feel like things are good. I want to push forward. All right. So that's the current. And then in the near future, we have the Magician in reverse with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. To me, this feels like looking back at the things that you had dealt with. Let's say you had somebody in your life that had possibly lied to you. You could have felt like you were stuck, like you couldn't manifest the things that you wanted to. And this is saying to me that you're like, I'm not going to look back at that. I've got all of this that I've been through. If somebody's going to lie or cheat, it's creating a sense of instability that puts somebody in the energy of feeling like they can't manifest. And that's not the energy that you want to be in, because you see this. The Ace of Pentacles is coming in. So that's a new beginning. That's looking back at, I have opportunities and I don't want to miss them because I'm either stuck in this energy or I have somebody that's holding me back. All right, so let's get some clarifiers for this and see what the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles is talking about. All right, so we have the Five of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which shows up just like it did when I pulled from the other deck. It's saying that you don't want to be in a place where you deal with drama anymore. And that's what you're walking away from. Anything that creates any kind of strife or conflict. I do feel like this could have been a work situation where you just felt like you weren't getting to the place that you wanted to get. Again, it's that shift in the energy, and you're just like, I just don't feel the same way. I don't want to work my butt off and feel like I'm in a place where I'm constantly feeling overwhelmed or I have drama. So the Five of Pentacles in reverse, maybe you're in a sense not wanting to leave people in a bad spot. So if your position needs to be filled, you could be saying to yourself, I don't really, or even to your boss, that I don't want to leave you in a bad place. I don't want to leave anybody out in the cold, but I have to do what's best for me. And you could say the same thing to a partner as well, because you're looking to move towards what's fulfilling for you. Fill those cups back up. If you had felt drained, then this is stating that this is what's coming to you as you continue to release those things that had happened. You could have had a difficult work partner or someone that just seemed like they could never stop being in a high intensity energy, which can create a lot of drama and emotional instability. And in this case, I see that you just want to move to a place where you feel like things are balanced, where you don't constantly have to deal with that overwhelming drama. This could also be with a partnership as well. It's like, I really just want to be happy. I want to be at peace. All right, so let's look at the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. I do feel like somebody has a lot to say. So the lines of communication may be open. You may be feeling like, it's okay if you want to speak your mind, but I'm not changing my mind. I have to do what's best for me, and I don't like feeling like things are out of whack. So I'm going to go find that, whether it be, with other people's blessings or not. I don't think that's really your biggest concern right now. I think it's just getting yourself to a place where you feel more not just independent, but it feels like just more security. All right, let's see with the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Three of Swords. So it could have been a very painful situation. You could have definitely been dealing with somebody who put you in a third party. I feel like it might be a little heartbreaking to have to walk away from the situation at work. You could have been there for a long time and really put a lot of energy into it. So that's one aspect. And then the other is a sense that maybe it's you, that you feel like your energy is drifting and you're just not as into that person. That movie's coming up in my mind. She's just not that into you. So you could be feeling that way. And it's not necessarily that somebody's cheating. It could just be that your energy is moving out of that particular situation and into wanting to be independent. And that can be a third energy. All right, let's look at the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the King of Cups. There could be somebody who's caught your eye. This person seems to be very emotionally available and willing to be there. So even if it just started off as a friendship, because honestly, two different scenarios. One, if this is you and you started feeling pulled away from the relationship and you just decided that it just isn't working anymore, you could have met somebody but not actually engaged in anything that you would deem inappropriate. Look, I'm not judging. If you started up a romance, and just decided to walk away from something else. Now, could somebody have done that as well to you? Absolutely. But in this case, I just feel like it's your energy and somebody else has popped into your life that's caught your eye. Male or female, doesn't have to be male just because it's the King of Cups. All right, let's look at the Magician. We have the Hierophant, and then we have the Judgment. So the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is kind of a feeling of getting fired up again about what life can look like. The Hierophant is saying trust, because even though you may feel like you aren't manifesting the things that you really want to, trust that Spirit has your back. Now, this could also be an indication that you want to learn something new. So if you've been either pushed in a direction where you feel like you need to learn before you can jump ship, if you will, then there might be something that you're focusing on there. Maybe you just want to learn a new skill for the heck of it. And then the Judgment comes along, and this is about making that decision, because ultimately this is going to make you happier. If you're feeling like you can't get things off the ground, Spirit's stepping in and saying, we've always got your back. We're giving you the signs and indications that things are there for you, things are available to you, and we're going to get you through any tough times. So if you feel like you just need to cut your losses and go, do so, because we have this new beginning, a new stable beginning is what Pentacles represent. So if there's any fear about walking away from a job, I think this is just telling you that don't have fear, because there is something in the works that you may not see that's going to make you a lot happier. And once you make that definite decision, you can cut your losses, walk away, and be sure that this new beginning is going to show up for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear these cards, and we'll get into the energy of the person that is on your mind. It doesn't have to be the person I sense that you walked away from. It could be somebody else. Maybe it's this new energy that I sense has come up for some of you. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I did see a lot of air energy as well. The swords are popping in. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius you could be dealing with. All right. This is for Virgo and their person. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse for your person's energy, and then the King of Pentacles, the World, and the Six of Wands in reverse. And then for your energy, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups keeps coming out for you guys, and the Ace of Cups. That's that new love. All right, and then we have the Fool in reverse. So the two of you may not feel like you want to jump into anything too quickly. Your person is coming up as the Queen of Cups in reverse with the King of Pentacles. So the World and the Six of Wands in reverse, I'll just go ahead and pick them all up. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, they may not be as open emotionally right away as you'd like. Now, if this is somebody you're already involved with, you could be they could be very stable. This is definitely someone who's got a lot going for them, ambitious. They definitely seem to move through life very strategically. With the world there, there's something closing out in their life. There's some kind of a cycle that they've been through, and it's like they have the wisdom, they have knowledge around how to create a really great, stable life, but they may not be very emotionally open just right now. Now, the Six of Wands in reverse, they may have a little bit of fear that things won't work out or that you don't feel the same way. So we'll see with your energy how you're feeling. So you have the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. I think you're going to be cautious with your feelings. There's a part of you that might be going back and forth. If you are the person who's walked away from a relationship, it could have been a year ago. Doesn't matter when you did. But I feel like if that's the case and you're just now getting to that place where you're getting beyond any disappointments or betrayals that you felt, especially if you had been put in a third party, you may be a little cautious with how you connect intimately. And I mean, like, you don't want to reveal so much of yourself. Yes, you do want a partner, somebody that you can share your life with. Of course, we all want that happiness within a relationship, but a part of you may just be a little cautious in the beginning. This does indicate that you're ready for new love. I think you're open to it. You just may be a little bit, you may hold back on the passions a little, which can be really great in the beginning if you just want to get to know somebody. So going back and forth, maybe being undecided of whether this is the right person for you or not, that makes total sense. But I do see that you're open to it because you want that Ten of Cups happiness. So even though with a Fool in reverse, it's nobody wants to jump too quickly, and that makes sense. All right, so let's look at the romance angels. This is for Virgo. We have engagement, very soon. Calling in your soulmate, yep, that's what it feels like. True love. And then retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. So, like I said, it doesn't matter when you walked away from a person, that energy is just popping up, because if it resonates, that's great. That means that this message is for you. And if this is this new person that you're dealing with, or even someone that you're in a current relationship with, and you're just kind of trying to decide whether you want this to work out, engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This could be what you want in the future. And with the Ten of Cups showing up in your energy, it's definitely seeming like that's what you're looking for. Someone that you can spend your life with. If you're younger, you may want a family, and this, you're open to the possibility with this person. And obviously this would be at some point something that would happen for you guys very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's the energy we were talking about with the Two of Pentacles. So if you are going back and forth, there's just kind of a sense of make a decision, because if this is really what you want and you know it's right for you, then make that choice. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I do sense that. I feel really good about it. As soon as the King of Cups showed up, again, masculine or feminine energy, it doesn't matter. It just felt really strong. Like this person kind of came out of nowhere for some of you. All right, let's get the possible outcome. This is for Virgo. All right, so we have the Lovers in reverse. Just to me, that just means that you're releasing something from the past, the Fool, and then the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Six of Cups. So really what this says to me is releasing anything from the past, which I think you've done, letting go of that relationship and taking control of what happens moving forward for you. And Spirit saying, yes, take a leap of faith. Know that this is here for you if you want it. So it's kind of a mixed energy of I'm ready, but at the same time, I want to be cautious. So it could be that the energy between the two of you is the same. I don't sense that one person or the other seems to be more dominant. You could have been dealing or could be dealing with a Taurus, a Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Aries. Those are the strongest ones. Now the main reading, I felt the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water. So they could be two different people, or this, again, whatever resonates for you, take it. All right, so it does look good. You're taking control back. It seems like Spirit's pushing you in the direction to take a chance with this. All right, let's get the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Virgo. It's funny because when I was shuffling these cards, this came out. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And then we have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we were always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So there might be some of you that were really deeply involved with somebody, and it can obviously be hard if there was betrayals and things that hurt. And this is just the energy of allowing yourself to accept that you can have that love, release it, and know that you're always going to be connected as souls. I know that's hard sometimes to wrap your brain around, but it doesn't mean that you can't have a new love relationship that's very fulfilling. And then the last is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And then this comes out to tell you that this new relationship could be what was missing in the other. In other words, it becomes that complete relationship. All right, so let's get a couple messages from Spirit, from the wisdom of the Oracle. All right, so we have To the Sea. I feel like that's a go with the flow kind of energy. Never ending story. And then Peace, time for a nap. And then we have Thinker. So it could have been something that just weighed really heavily on your mind. I do think this has a lot to do with your work situation. If you're deciding you want to leave one and start something new, a lot of people through this whole COVID thing have shifted and decided that they want to hang up their coat from one career and move into something completely different. This to me is jumping out and saying, if you're seeing a lot of fours, that represents financial stability to me and good things coming in money. So if you're concerned about that at all, I'm going to say no. That's just kind of a downloaded message. And then they showed me this card. So breathe, because things are going to work out. There's not going to be anything to worry about. Trust that Spirit has your back, because the Hierophant came out to let you know that they've got you. Something's going to show up if you're concerned that you may not find something if you do decide to leave the other one. All right. Now, To the Sea, like I said, this is kind of a go with the flow type of energy. We have Never Ending Story. 3 and 7 reduces to a 10. That's getting through that. You could have had multiple relationships in your life, or even work situations that seemed like the same repetitive story. And after releasing all of the things that I sense you have, now you're starting into this new beginning. And then we have Peace, which reduces to a 5. That's all about change and finding that inner peace within, even through the roughest of times. And trust me, I know it can be really difficult. And then we have Time for a Nap. That reduces to a 6. What I'm going to say with this is, not only is it important if your body tells you you need to rest, you need to really rest. Sometimes we push so hard and just keep going, and we're running on pure adrenaline. And I feel like sometimes you guys happen to do that because you just fight through and push. But you do need to kind of take a break, maybe just in the next week or so. It's going to be necessary to lock the world out, shut all the shades, turn on the TV, and like lay on the couch. Just do nothing else. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here till the end. Thank you again for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I so appreciate you guys. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.